This is how pathetic for all outsiders looking at United States or looking at Americans and their lord daddy masters that work for the United States, keeping all the sheeple dumb and half retarded, believing all of this bullshit, and nobody's standing up and doing what's right. So you too, if you want to move here and you want to fucking play around and play games with these people, you too could find yourself a victim. Now let me explain. People are talking about this a crack pipe. That's a fucking meth pipe. Okay, so these morons, these monkeys, don't even know the difference. And of course, they're like, "Oh, of course I don't know the difference." Okay, well then, here's what you do: you shut your fucking fuckhole is what you do if you don't know the difference, right? Or you do a little bit of fucking studying and you do a little investigation. If you're really fucking smart, before you start shitting like a shit flinging monkeys, that's all the country's fucking good at. Bunch of shit flinging monkeys. You do a little bit of investigation. It doesn't take much to fucking Google search some shit and see the difference. And so the next point would be people don't fucking do that. People do not fall asleep with a goddamn fucking meth or crack pipe in their fucking mouth. Okay? Uh, the whole point of meth, a lot more than crack actually, right? Crack will blast you off into the atmosphere, right? Crack is all of, well, let's get into addiction, I guess. You fucking morons. Do you fucking idiots understand what addiction is? There, you cannot get addicted to meth, okay? You can get addicted to heroin. You can become addicted to alcohol. Addiction requires a physical dependency. Meth is a psychological dependency. You're not even dependent on it. You just like to get fucking high because it feels so fucking good, right? And probably because your life is shit, right? And there's a fact that your life is shit. Well, I mean, it depends on how you want to look at it. So for your average monkey, right? If they get a couple little toys, right? If they get just enough, well, Americans, all they're interested in is feeding their fat face, right? So if I want to go out, if you come to America, I want to go out and do things, right? I want to meet people. I want to have a good time. Well, the only way that you can do that is pretty much everything is based around food consumption. There is the aspect of alcohol consumption, but that has gone completely downhill. Right? If you go out to a bar, you're not really going to meet too many people, and you're pretty much only going to meet shitty people, right? Your average bar, most of them are dive bars, and we're talking about all of America. If you get into nice neighborhoods, right? Nice neighborhoods where people know each other, you might be able to have a good time. I don't know. But it's been a really long time since I went and had a good time. However, I went outside of the country and I fucking would just walk down to the park just about every night. And the place was humming with people, right? It was just and all these people, there were people that were drinking right there in the public, right? I was partaking and consuming beer on the public streets, and nobody fucking cared. It was actual true freedom, right? And these were all there was no problems, there was no fucking violence. It's just everybody there having a good time, and the place was that fucking humming till like, you know, wee hours of the night. And as far as I can recall, I never seen anybody rounding people up and telling people to go home and shit. There was no master that was out there saying, "Okay, everybody, time to go home, get the fuck." Everybody dispersed, everybody showed up, everybody did what just fucking came natural. It was really nice, actually. And it was in a third worldish type of country, right? And they didn't have very much at all, but what they did have, and I guess that's what it boils down to, is whenever you have when you have all of the garbage and shit, then you lose your humanity. You lose the whole aspect. You fucking waste your whole life away on fucking trying to obtain shit that's disposable. And I don't know, but addiction, fucking crack addict. If you want to call him a crack, you cannot be a fucking crack addict. You can be a fucking individual that fucking pursues it because the high is so good, right? And you can waste and then what's the problem with crack is when you come down, like you go straight up like fucking blast off like a rocket, and then the rest of the time for the rest of the time after your 5-minute ride, for the rest of the time you are just jonesing, right? And so if you're into stimulants, right? To snort it is the way to go, and not to freebase it. And crack is nothing more than freebasing, okay? And so if you want to get more bang for your buck, then you don't light it all up and smoke it, because that's just fucking, it's a waste, right? It depends on what you're looking for, right? And so if you're into speed or amphetamine, if you want to go and fucking party your ass off and have a good time and drink beers and drink like it's nothing, well then you don't waste your time with fucking cocaine either. You go straight for the meth. Well, that would be the street side. You could go and get amphetamines, but unfortunately instead of them allowing people to purchase them, right, lawfully purchase them in a store where it's all regulated and everything, and tax dollars they prefer to have all of the criminal action so they can make more money on both sides of the fence. Actually, the people that are doing this are probably the ones that are actually manufacturing most of the fucking narcotics too. They're manufacture it, throw it out there, and then scoop up everybody that's doing it and consumed it, get all the money on that side, right? And then turn around and fucking throw them all in prisons and get all that money on that side, right? And it's just a loop. It's created. Anyways, here's what you would do. Well, here's what I would do. Who took this picture? Can anybody tell me who took this picture? I bet you I would assume. My first assumption as a detective would be this was his wife, his ex-wife. His ex-wife stuck that pipe in his mouth and then took the fucking picture of him. Okay? Or it was somebody that was getting paid to do this, so then they could fucking shit all over the guy. Okay? Because the facts are that you could do this to anybody. Okay? And the facts are that in United States, and this is the point, is that in United States, you can not only do this to anybody, but you can get away with doing it to anybody, and you can literally go and fucking destroy somebody's whole life if you are in. And so there's, like, I heard this guy's got 30 lawyers. Somebody said that he had 30 lawyers to fucking help him with the laptop from quote unquote hell. Like, what are you fucking? So how do you need 30 fucking lawyers Huh? This is all people generating profit for themselves. It's all a game. It's all a fucking scam in every direction. So then you got and whoever. Here's how it would work with me, because I don't have anybody. I'm not protected. The first thing I would do if I seen this, and here's the fact too, that even if I did this, everybody would just ignore me and keep moving forward, because the fucking facts are that the powers that be are the fucking evil source. The powers that be are the source of the problem at this point. Okay? So I could go, and first thing I would be like is, who took this picture? And not a fucking word. I would shine the light, and all the fucking bugs would fucking scatter. Huh? Who took this picture? Where exactly was this? Right? What day was this taken? Because when you take a picture on your phone, your cell phone and shit, or whatever, anything, it's digitally time-stamped. Right? So I would be like, you motherfuckers better come up and start fucking fessing up on what's going on here. And then we got this, and this looks like him, right? But apparently he lost all of his teeth, so he has meth mouth, is what they're trying to proclaim. And my first thing is, he is in a dentist office or a doctor's office or something. Who released this? Did he release this on himself? Right? Did he grant somebody the authority to release this? It's called HIPAA. You're not fucking information protection. Your health information is supposed to be protected. And here's a fact: I cannot fucking get information on the fucking day that I was beat down and at a fucking concert, and I woke up in the hospital. I would say that it was the fucking Montgomery County Sheriff's Office guys that were out amongst the people that were fucking undercover, and what they're trying to do. Everybody, and they fucking stuck me with a bunch of fucking needles. I think they put a fucking little chip in my head because I had a fucking bump that started off as like a little grain of rice until I fucking stuck a fucking jabbed needles into it and fucking started breaking it. And it sounded like it was like broken glass type of crunchy shit, right? And now it's fucking bigger and bigger. And there's a reason I think that because as soon as I fucking there was a fucking a few episodes in which it's like, how, like, first off, I feel like somebody's fucking watching me, right? And I'm instinctively feel like somebody's watching me, and then all of a sudden something, and I'm not going to get into it all here, something really weird happens in which I cross paths with somebody, and they made an attempt to fuck me, and they were like, oops, and like I just slid through it on a couple occasions, which then led me to start to be suspicious about there's something going on. And then I do some searching. I don't know how to even explain it, but I start asking what is going, and then all of a sudden my hand is picked the fuck up. Well, like an unconscious thing. I don't know what is going on, but I'm aware. And then my hand goes straight to the top of my head where there's this little lump. And I'm like, holy shit. And then I automatically, unconsciously, fucking it comes up to the surface. So everything is recorded in your unconscious, every aspect. And so while I was under, I heard them talking about planning it one in my fucking, it would be the same as planning one in your dog to find them whenever they get lost. Right? And so There's one, and I still need to cut that fucking thing out to see. And yeah, so back to this. Here's a fucking fact also. Meth mouth does not happen fucking that fast. Okay? So, first off, I've seen people literally firsthand. I worked with a guy that had meth mouth. It was fucking disgusting, right? And I had to work with him all fucking day. And it was fucking gross. The grossest fucking thing. And, right? Yeah. And I mean, I have fucking mental images that are just like horrifying type of, like I'd have to be there and I'm talking to the fucking guy because I got to work with him. And I'm just seeing this like fucking disgusting teeth and they're half rotted, right? And there's like big fucking black chunks missing out of it. And so all of this would have been blackened at first and it would have been starting to rot and decay. And here's another fucking fact, okay? So I also have known in the past people that were big time meth users, like daily meth consumers, right? And they were fucking fat. Like, go figure, right? They were fat. Like I would have never ever, right? They were more than overweight. They were fucking fat. And there was another thing is that none of them, and I'm talking to them and shit, and you know, they're like, yeah, I do meth, right? They're open with me, and I'm like, how long have you been doing, right? And he's like, fuck, like 4 or 5 years now. Not a single one of them had any appearance that they were fucking meth users. So, what it boils down to is your hygiene. Okay? So what happens is with meth fucking mouth, right, is, well, there's a couple variables. First off, it is the quality of the meth. If this quality of the meth is shitty and it's got more, you know, of the chemicals, then that's one aspect. But your teeth. But then another aspect is that fucking it would be your diet. So if you're fucking consuming meth and you love to fucking eat sweets while you're doing it, right? And then another thing is your oral hygiene. If you're doing meth, like for an example, if you were to smoke meth and bring it into your fucking mouth, right? And then shortly thereafter, fucking take some water and swish it around and spit it out, or maybe even better, go and fucking brush your teeth, right? I'm pretty certain, you know, it would take years and years for some shit like this to fucking happen. But either way, okay? And yeah, you fucking morons. I hate you fucking people out there who believe all this. You're fucking idiots, and you're no good to society. You're actually a detriment to society as a whole. You're fucking too stupid to be voting. You're too stupid to be doing anything, right? And you know, and I want to get the fuck away from you people, okay? Like, I literally want to leave the fucking America because of the fucking society in which is showing up all around me. And then on top of that, all of the creepy crawly fucking spiders everywhere I go. So I can go on places and fucking people all of a sudden they're saying things that only I would know about. Okay? Basically, there are people. If you're in the United States, there is a group of people that know you better than you know yourself. They know your family better than you will ever know your family members, right? If you were married or if you had a girlfriend, They know your girlfriend or your wife or your spouse. They know them better than you fucking know them. That's how wired everything is. And it's only a matter of, yeah, they don't go and waste their time on every fucking buddy. They pinpoint certain people at certain times whenever it's relevant, whenever it's for their cause, whenever there's a need. They can go back and they can pinpoint and fucking text, look through every goddamn text message you've ever fucking sent to just about everybody you've ever known, and they can run it through a fucking computer, and they can pull out all of the fucking the keywords that they're whatever they're looking for, right? And just to narrow shit down, they can do whatever the fuck they want, okay? And so, Meth Mouth, this is supposed to be him, and then you go and like, wait a minute, how did we get from there? And I don't know what year this is, but you would have seen this shit a long time. This would have go from there to there would have taken years of abuse. And again, I don't know, but you would have seen all kinds of black shit fucking showing up. You would have seen it. You just don't go and fucking, next thing you know, you got teeth like that. You fucking morons. And whoever writes this shit, why would Biden, right? Lord King Daddy of your fucking, your worthless little fucking monkeys, you little worthless fucking sheeple, your Lord King fucking Savior Daddy. Why would he not fucking call these people out? And why would his whole fucking crew call these people out? I would have to say the only fucking logical explanation or reason is because this is all a scam and a game, and they're involved in it. Okay? So, for an example, Hunter Biden, his ex-wife, writes a fucking documentary, and maybe it puts him in a bad light, but the people who know him and the only people that matter fucking know better, right? So then he's like, oh, half the fucking, look at all these little rejects. You think I give a shit what these little fucking cunts think about me? We all know, right? And what we're doing here is, sure, you can make me sound like an asshole, because in actuality, he's fucking like all of the actual real men amongst the sheep, the men, right? The old school men amongst the sheep, they're like, fucking all right, I kind of like this fucking guy. He's fucking crazy, man. I kind of like Hunter Biden, kind of like me, Oh, he's a nut. Okay, I like the fucking guy, right? He's keeping it real. He's doing whatever the fuck he wants. Okay, good for him. Right? But what it really boils down to is they're gonna make a fucking fortune off of all of you fucking little monkey fucks, right? And that would be all of the women that are gonna buy that fucking book, right? And she's gonna be a hero for all of those fucking idiotic women in which they've turned the whole nation in general has turned all their backs on all of the men, like a Hunter Biden, and the people who fucking, all the men, the real men, they've turned their backs, and they've fucking gone all in on women. And why? Because they're so fucking stupid. Women are fucking dumb, right? Women are just easy fucking prey, right? It's hard as hell to try to fucking, to have, for these lawyers and types and all these businesses, it's hard as hell to try to keep fucking men, real men, contained. That's fucking hard as hell. It's easy as fuck to tell, fucking for a woman, okay? Real quick example. I took a car in to have a fucking oil change. I had my fucking girl at the time. I had her take it in under her name, right? And it was just it was a fucking, it was a social experiment. I do my own fucking social experiments. I'm interested in knowing, and I don't need anybody else on fucking TV to do one for me. You do one for yourself. Have your girl take it in. I sat in a fucking corner, minding my own business, and fucking she came in, fucking asked for the oil change. The guy does this fucking 18, 23 point inspection, 24, whatever the fuck it was. It was at a place called Grease Monkey. And he comes back and he says, "Ma'am, you're gonna need some new brake pads, right? And some rotors." And I'm like, "Get the fuck out of here! I maintain this vehicle, right? I know." And she's all like, "Oh, okay, yeah." And then it was like, "Fucking run an estimate. Oh, that's gonna be $800 extra." And then I came back with the, "Would you like an estimate?" She's like, "Yeah." And fuck it, because she looked over at me and I just kind of fucking nodded. Yeah. And he went, got the estimate, came back, fucking 800. And then I stood in. I'm like, "Yeah, that's my car, dude. Show it." And he's like, oh, I thought it was her." And I'm like, "Yeah, exactly right, you fucking cunt. So show me what you're talking about, please." And then he took me in and I'm like, "You fucking pig. Yeah. No, we're good. We're good." And guess what? I ran that fucking vehicle for 4 more fucking years. And I never needed brake pads or fucking rotors. So, fuck. And that is a prime example. I got an example right now of some shit that I'm going through with another woman, right, who got fucking hosed, completely fucking hosed, and she's so fucking stupid that I can talk till I'm fucking blue in the face, and it's over her fucking head, and she just, so when women fucking need, right, are men to do every goddamn thing, so you give all the women now the fucking money, and then you fucking go, and they will go and rent men to do everything for them, and that is a fucking very smart power play, right? To make those bitches think that they're fucking something bigger than what they are, and to make a massive, massive income for yourself. That's pimping, right? Without having to pull your fucking backhand, you know, without having to pull out your pimp hand and start smacking hoes, right? So you got that one, and you know this one. His teeth look fucking fine there, right? And don't they look like a fucking happy fucking couple? They're like, they're pimps of the world here. They're sitting pretty. So I don't blame them. I'd be smiling fucking ear to ear myself. And yeah, that's it.